Good morning children, welcome back. In the previous video we have seen about the crop production and the various techniques about how to produce the crop management, and now we are going to see the protection part. We have done the production part and now we have to protect what we have produced in the previous years. So, crops in the field are damaged by weeds, insect, pests, and diseases. There are also weeds, that is the unwanted plants which grow in the field. That is example xanthium, parthenium, then cyprinius, rotundus, etc. That is in Marathi you can say the gavat, okay, the grass, which is unwanted. They compete with the crop for the food, space, and sunlight, and use nutrients and reduce crop yield. This part, the question can be asked about what is weed and what is the disadvantage of the weed. So weeds are the unwanted plants which grow in the field. Okay, so from time to time you have to remove those weeds because they consume the essential nutrients which are required for the main crop plant. Again, the next protection you have to do against the insect and the pest which cause damage to the root, stem, and leaves, suck cell sap and bore into stems and fruits. Bore means what? They make a holes and go inside the stems and fruits, and they reduce the crop yield. Diseases in the plants are caused by pathogens like virus, bacteria, and fungi, and reduces crop yield. Weeds, insect pests, and diseases can be controlled by using chemicals like weedicides, pesticides, fungicides, etc. Weedicides will kill weeds, pesticides will kill pests, and fungicides may affect the fungus. They are sprayed on the crop plants or used for treating seeds and soil. Since these chemicals are poisonous, excessive use can cause environmental pollution. So now this is a crop protection. Now how to store the grains. The factors responsible for damage and loss of grains are biotic factors like bacteria, fungi, insects, rodents, etc. and abiotic factors like moisture and temperature in the place of storage. That is, if the place is very hot and humid, then it will have a fungus or it will get moist. So to avoid this, before storage the grains are cleaned and dried in the sunlight to remove moisture, and the storage places are fumigated to kill pests. Fumigated means what? They are sprayed with the insecticides or the bactericides and the fungicides to kill the pest. Rodents means your rats and cockroaches and all. Okay. Next, till here we have seen about the farming. Now the biggest revolution, that is the white revolution you can say, took place in the world, that was animal husbandry. Animal husbandry is the scientific management of animal livestock, including their feeding, breeding, and disease control. Animal farming includes cattle, sheep, goat, poultry, and fish farming. Firstly, we'll go to the cattle farming. Cattle farming is done for two purposes. Okay, they are for milk production and farm labor. Farm labor means the ox we use for the farming. Milk producing females are called milch animals, and those for the farm labor are called draught animals. Milk production depends on the duration of lactation period, the period of milk production after birth of the calf. Milk production can be increased by increasing the lactation period. Lactation period means what? The calf will depend on the milk of the mother. Foreign breeds like Jersey and Brown Swiss have long lactation periods, and local breeds like Red Sindhi and Sahiwal are resistant to diseases. They can be crossbred to get animals with both the qualities, that is the local and the foreign breeds. Foreign breeds are hybrided or crossbreeded to get the hybrid one. Cattle shelter should be clean and well ventilated with sloping floors for easy cleaning. The sloping floors means what? The whenever they urinate or they excrete, all must flow down to. They should not remain at their standing or the sitting position. Cattle feed should include roughage containing mainly fiber and concentrates containing protein and other nutrients. Cattle diseases are caused by parasites, bacteria, and virus. External parasites causes skin diseases. Internal parasites like worms affect stomach and intestine, and flukes damage the liver. Vaccinations are given to protect from viral and bacterial diseases. Next, we have is our poultry farming. Poultry farming is done for egg production and the chicken meat. Improved poultry breeds are developed to produce layers for eggs and broilers for meat. Crossbreeding between Indian varieties like Asil and foreign varieties like Leghorn is done to develop new varieties. Okay, you can see over there the Asil and the Leghorn varieties. Okay, the foreign and the local varieties, Indian varieties. For good production of poultry birds, they are given proper nutrition and kept in hygienic conditions at the proper temperature conditions. Broiler chickens are fed with vitamin, protein, and fat rich feed for better growth. Poultry fowls are affected by disease caused by virus, bacteria, fungi, and parasites. They are protected from diseases by proper sanitation, spraying disinfectants, and vaccination. Next is a fish production, that is known as pisciculture. Fish is the source of animal protein in our food. There are two ways of obtaining fish, that is the capture fishing and the culture fishery. The capture fishing means they are from natural sources, that is capture fishing, that the fisherman goes to the river or sea to catch the fish, that is capture fishing. And from fish farming is called culture fishery, that is they produce the fishes. The water source of fishes can be sea water, that is marine, or fresh water like river, ponds, and lakes. The marine fisheries means what? The popular marine fish varieties are pomfret, that is the paplet you say, then mackerel, tuna, sardines, etc. They are caught by fishing nets from the boats. Some marine fishes are farmed in the sea water, that is the marine saline water. These include prawns, mullets, pearl spots, mussels, oysters, etc. We get pearls from the oysters. Okay, you can see there down the marine fishes. Okay, see, these are the marine fishes. Next, inland fisheries. Culture fishery is done in fresh water and brackish water, where sea water and fresh water mix together. Brackish water means what? Where the sea water and the fresh water is mixed together. That is, in Marathi we can say the khadi. Okay, we have it near the Alibag. Okay, sometimes fish culture is done in the combination with the paddy crop in the field. This is called composite fish culture. That is, the agriculture is also done, that is the crop cultivation is also done, and the fish culture is also done. The common fishes in the inland fish farms are rohu, katla, mrigal, grass carp, silver carp, common carp, etc. Okay, and the last part we have, that is the apiculture or beekeeping. Beekeeping is done to obtain honey and wax. Honey is used as source of energy and also as medicinal uses. Wax is used in medicinal preparations and for making polishes, that is you need the wax base. The local varieties of bees used for honey production are the Indian bee, rock bee, and the little bee. Okay, an Italian variety of bee is also being used for large scale production of honey. The bees collect nectar from the flowers and is converted into the honey in the beehives. Bees are artificially grown in the apiaries. See, this is the apiary, and the honey is extracted by the machine called honey extractors. You see, we have the honey extractors, and you can see the planks over there. These are the planks which have the, see, this is the plank. This plank is inserted in this honey extractor and it is revolved around so that the honey is so that we get the honey from the honey extract. Okay, so here we have seen about the pisciculture, the apiculture, the crop protection. Then there was a white revolution, that is the cattle farming. Then there was a poultry farming. Okay, so read the lesson carefully. It is a very practical, applicable lesson which you have studied before earlier in your lower classes also. You have to just remember some names of the fishes, some names of the breeds of the cows or the chickens, so that you can have the extra mark in the exam. So the examiner will be satisfied that yes, the students have understood the lesson very properly. Okay, so children, read the lesson very carefully and mark the important points, and mark some specific names which we have given. Then also you can follow my presentation which I have given in this video also, to refer the pictures and the names for it. Please write down the differentiate between what I have given in this video. Okay, thank you children.